Alright, hi guys, I'm Toby from the Kilobits, and I'm continuing my Dark Souls run. Now, this has probably been released over weeks for you, but for me this is all one day. Oh my god, my fucking heart is beating like a drum. I'm now going to do something which is a little bit non-standard. The reason that you have to fight dear old Gapey over there is because your character is apparently too weak to kick down this door with his... He's got unlimited time. I mean, to be fair, someone's clearly been trying. Or that might be shit dripping down from the sewers. Oh man, look at that masterful lighting filter change. Yellow, green, yellow, green. Anyway, that there... In fact, I can point to it with my character. That is the regular route to Blighttown. Fuck that! I'm not fucking dealing with that today. I'm gonna fight my way back through the depths. I'm going to use the New Londo Ruin shortcut so I can go claim the Firekeeper's soul there. Trust me, there's a reason I'm doing that. And in fact, I've already disclosed the reason, which is that I've had just enough of fucking Blighttown to fill up an entire lifetime. The less time that you can spend in there per run, the better, if we're completely honest. It's just a clusterfuck. It really shows the shortcomings of the console. Oh man, so little to repair. Okay, that's a decent enough spread. Oh, 24 strength, look at that. Now we can go get the Zweihander. Beautiful. It always boggles my mind that... No, okay, I fucked up. I fucked up. Okay, I don't want this to be my second death of the run. So we're gonna take that again. Holy shit. That just goes to prove that if you act like a cunt in Dark Souls, you're gonna get slapped. Ugh. Okay. This corridor has a shit ton of blobs hanging from the ceiling, so we're going to avoid them. The way that we're going to do that is that we're just going to sprint as fast as possible. Then we're going to take out this torch hollow with 2 swings. Lovely jubbly. Do a couple fast rolls. We're going to go free the Pyromancer as well, which will be fairly... Fuck, I needed power within for the build. You know what, fuck it, we just won't use power within. We'll just get like a fireball or something. Something cool. Because my character isn't like a magic user in any way, we're going to be relying on Pyromancy, which is a non-stat based magic, which is fucking genius if you ask me. The fact that they've allowed like pure warrior classes to use magic is just lovely. And Pyromancy isn't just restricted to fire. I mean, there's moves like Iron Flesh, which makes your flesh iron, surprisingly enough, or Flash Sweat, which pretty much nullifies fire damage. That really, they're really useful for sort of keeping your armor light, but keeping your defense up. And speaking of light armor with surprisingly good poise, I've got a fucking sack on my head. And I can still fast roll. Lovely. This is now canon. This is definitely now happening. Here is the Pyromancer. Don't hit his barrel with your weapon, even though he asks you to, because then he'll be aggroed and you won't be able to deal with it. Anyway, he will now be back at Firelink when we go back up there, so we can buy ourselves a Pyromancy flag. Well, he'll actually give us one. Okay, just gotta fucking fight these dogs and these hollows while dealing with the encumbrance that is waist-high water. Nothing like wading. Holy shit, are you fucking serious? Okay, that's the end of him. Oh, I can't wait to get back to Firelink. That place is so cozy. Like, it's not as cozy as the Nexus. That place felt cozy as fuck. Okay, gonna do a plunging attack on this dog. Lovely. Oh. I don't know, I'm kind of nervous about the Quelaag fight. That's where I got stuck on my first ever run. Like, that's the boss that made me fucking quit for, I don't know, maybe 6 months. And now that I know what I'm doing, I'm fucking embarrassed for myself. I mean, it was a Drake Sword run as well. Like, how can you not be able to beat Quelaag with the Drake Sword? It was a fucking shambles. Oh, God, look at these fucking hollows, all of them dying to my... Oh, hello. I don't remember you down there, sneaky little item. Practically worthless, sneaky little item, not even worth a 30-second detour. Brilliant. Okay, back into the lower undead berg. It would actually probably been quicker just to do Blighttown, but I hate it that much. Plus this way I can go back to Mr. Bones' Wild Ride, get this... Sorry, just trying to figure out in my brain where my run is taking me. Okay, sprint down this narrow ass... Yeah, it's an aqueduct. Nearly said viaduct. That would have been probably as torturous to me as the Tumblr comments in the last episode. I can't stand it when people get those to me. Yeah, just meet me at the aqueduct, yeah? It's a viaduct. Trains go over it. What is wrong with you? Speak fucking English. Sorry, diatribe there. Had a little moment, little stress. Swing through the wall. One thing as well that I'm looking forward to in Dark Souls 2 is that apparently collision detection of weapons with walls on both yourself and the enemies is spot on. Now I don't know how true that's going to wind up being, like there'll definitely be glitches and stuff, especially in 1.0. I mean, Dark Souls, like vanilla Dark Souls especially, was next to broken in, well, PvP especially, like nothing was properly balanced. It was all pretty ridiculous. Okay, let's just checkpoint ourselves to here, obsessively repair our gear. Lovely. Another thing that's going to be quite nice is that after I've done Quelaag in the next episode, I'm going to be able to start upgrading my stuff. Oh, nice! I've rung one of the Bells of Awakening, so we can actually hear King Seeker Frampt snores there. The Bells of Awakening are actually to wake him up. At first I thought they were just to open up the doors of Sen's Fortress by waking up this weird, like, giant dude. In fact, you know what, let's talk about the races of Lordran, since we're here. Now, there are 3 kinds of people in Lordran. Those are humans, giants, and lords. Lords is sort of an informal mixture between giants and humans, I think. Like, it's not crossbreeding, but they're humans that have grown larger because of their increased physical potential. And those are the gods. Gwyn is an example of a lord, for example, and he splits his lord soul amongst his knights, which is why they're all slightly bigger. These are the binoculars, this isn't even the Zweihander. Fuck it, that'll be useful for video making purposes. I want to get off. I want to get off Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. Okay, I think there it is. Lovely. Fuck! Okay, what we're going to do, before that skeleton reforms, I didn't need his winged spear, so that's not so bad. We're going to sprint back, and we're going to reset these guys, because fighting them at this point would be folly. It would be absolutely ridiculous. I don't think that these ones can be, like, I don't think they come back to life. But once you get down into the catacombs, unless you have a divine weapon, the skeletons, they don't stop coming. Okay, we'll level up our endurance. Lovely. A point in endurance or vitality is never a wasted point. Point in resistance is always a wasted point. Oh my god, I can... I thought I was going to be able to fast roll there. I would have gloated. Doing medium rolls. Okay, yes, I made it to safety. Beautiful. Nope, they don't offend me. Brilliant. Pyromancy Flame. We've now got ourselves some magic. I mean, we don't have the attunement slots to use it yet. But the fact is that we're now slightly more competent. Plus, I quite like the animation for when you don't have a spell equipped. Just, huh? What am I doing? Fucking love it. The game's dripping with personality. Okay, fuck it. Change back to the Claymore. I mean, it's a difficult balance to strike. Oh, nice. We can go back to the Brigand Hood now. Sort of between... it's hard to explain. The Claymore's moveset is so much more fluid and so much quicker than the Zweihander that it's almost worth using, but the Zweihander has these bizarrely quick sort of two-handed light attacks that you can just stun lock people and they get so angry. Okay. Transient curses. The reason for this is that before I do Quelaag, I'd quite like to have an Estus Flask +2. And in that building there that's sunken, there is a Firekeeper Soul, which will allow me to upgrade. Now, I could do a suicide run, but because I've got 1 liquid humanity and about 1,000 souls, I'm going to meticulously dispose of these ghoulies. Now, the first time I ever found these water ghosts, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I couldn't block them, I couldn't attack them, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't realise that you actually have to have a cursed weapon to dispose of them. It's not fucking Skyrim, where you can just use anything. Like, in Skyrim you can punch a ghost to death, which just seems fucking strange. Like, at least in, like, Oblivion, I think it was the last one, where you needed either a silver or Daedric weapon. In this, you need a cursed weapon to be cursed, or to be under the effect of a transient curse. You'll notice as well that I have to fight these ghosts on a fucking thin-ass walkway, so I'm gonna aggro them and wait for them to come to me, because the last thing that I want to do right now is suffer a death at the hand of full damage. But it's not even full damage at this point. At this point, it's literally an infinite pit. Holy shit, okay. Now, just for the sake of time, I'm going to Homeward Bone back to Firelink, which will give me a chance to reinforce the Estus Flask on my way. There is literally no time being wasted here. Oh, I should have done Blighttown. Oh, I'm too lazy. There's a cool limpet thing in Blighttown that I would have quite liked to see, but I don't know. It kind of feels like it would have been a waste of time, especially if the pyromancy that we're going to be using isn't power within. I'm just babbling at this point. Anyone that knows anything about Dark Souls will just be like, well, just go fucking get it later. You know what, I probably will. Thanks. Thanks for the input, guys. I don't know, I love the Dark Souls community. Like, a lot of people give them a lot of shit because, I don't know, they're quite elitist. Like, oh, fucking go back to Skyrim or Call of Duty, you scrub. Or, like, if you post online and ask for advice about a certain boss, their advice will just be, get good. Which seems like a cunt piece of advice to give, but in actuality, the only thing that separates a good Dark Souls player from, I don't know, an inexperienced Dark Souls player is that experience. Like, you're not going to be able to beat the game without dying on your first try, and if you are capable of that, then, I don't know, you're either Japanese or some kind of god. Like, I'd love to meet someone like that. I would love it. Wait, look at these guys, just crying. There's a blacksmith down there as well, but we're not going to be dealing with him. He mostly, he's from... Fuck, where's he from? I think is he from Vinheim? I don't know, he's from this place that's very good at magic. Somethingland? Fuck it, I can't remember. My mind is full of fuck right now, because I'm about to deal with these dudes that have poison attacks and, like, they're literally fucking turd demons from this area below the sewers called Blighttown, and they live in a swamp that's just covered in shit. Like, there's an area in Demon Souls that's very similar called the Valley of Defilement. In fact, it's practically identical. It's a poisoned swamp. And the first time you get there, you're just like, what the fuck's happening? Because everyone's got the plague. And I think they were going for a very similar thing in this. The swamp is also the birthplace of pyromancy, or at least I say that. There's a place called Izalith beneath the swamp that we will be going to, just not quite yet. Izalith, of course, is now lost. That's the name, Lost Izalith. I can't believe I have to keep on fucking backstabbing everything in order to win, but I think I might be kind of underleveled for this area. Actually, What soul level am I? 32. No, I'm about right. I'm about right. That's actually a pretty good feeling that I'm not completely fucked. You know what? This guy can just fucking jump off a cliff. I say that, but he actually will. Oh, this is actually the whole reason I took the Master Key rather than the pendant. Please forgive me, Miyazaki. Miyazaki's the director of this game. And he did Demon Souls, and I think he did the Kingsfield series before it. In fact, I mean, if you've got £5 and a couple of 100 hours of your life to spare, you should definitely go out and check Kingsfield, because if you like Dark Souls, or hard games, or RPGs, or action, or in fact, just if you like yourself as a human being, then Kingsfield is probably going to be your cup of tea. Wow, plunging attack the wrong way. Okay, where are the mosquitoes? Whoop, whoop. Okay, gotta wait for a platform to come round, and then jump. Okay, this is actually a shortcut out of Blighttown that I'm using to avoid everything that I despise about it. I mean, Blighttown itself isn't so bad, but there's a load of rickety raftery sections, and I don't know, I could see that going wrong for myself. I'm sure a lot of people like Blighttown. Like, it's kind of cool aesthetically. Ah, fuck. I've forgotten about her. The pyromancer that we rescued from the barrel actually makes reference to Mildred. She is a cannibal who lives in the swamp. There she is. We're going to summon her to help with Quelaag in just a minute. She uses the sack and this like butcher's cleavery thing. I don't think... No, that's not the server. It's... Yeah, I don't know what that equipment's called. And the plank shield. Fucking mosquitoes. Either way, she's not that hard to deal with, and she'll soak up most of the aggro from Quelaag, hopefully. Like, I've been in fights where she's just done nothing and just bimbled into Quelaag's lava over and over again, but... Fuck, if you don't know what Quelaag is, then this means nothing to any of you, but for those of you that do, you're probably able to identify. Like, everyone's had issues with Mildred being a fucking imbecile. There we go! Maneater Mildred, dead. Brilliant. I think you get her weapon at that point. I don't know, because I went straight through, because I was busy being proby. That's the worst joke I've ever told, I'm so sorry. Okay, level 33, repair equipment. Shit, I've got 6,000 souls. Okay, and now we're just going to sprint straight through the swamp. We don't have any summon signs here, so this is going to be a solo effort on Quelaag. We've kindled the flame. Right, let's fucking do this. I don't have any moss, so I'm going to be largely trying to cheap out the swamp so that it just doesn't poison me. Which is a feat easier said than done, especially when you consider that there are some dudes who have giant boulders who really quite badly want to say hello, and they guard the entrance to Quelaag's domain. In fact, I don't have any moss whatsoever. Brilliant. Okay, let's try and think about this. That there is poison. Brilliant. Brilliant. It shouldn't be too much of a difficulty. That there is actually one of the Witches of Izalith. Oh, brilliant. Large Titanite Sword. That'll be useful next episode. Well, provided I don't die to Quelaag, in which case it'll be useful in 2 episodes' time. Great. Great work, Tobes. Anyway, this area, as you can see, is sort of... Like, what is this? Is this fucking spider's web? I don't know what's happening. Yeah, this area of the game is fucking horrid. Now, as you saw in the intro cutscene, way back in episode 1, there was a woman called the Witch of Izalith, and she had 7 daughters, the Daughters of Chaos. They invented pyromancy. And they were also fucking excellent in almost every conceivable way. When the flame started to go out, the Witch of Izalith tried to replicate the first flame in an artificial environment using her pyromancy. This was a mistake, and it mutated her into a horrible bug called the Bed of Chaos, and it caused demons to spew out of Izalith, and it mutated all of her daughters into various disgusting creatures. And this is Quelaag, one of her daughters, who actually has a really tragic story, but that's a tale for once she's dead. Otherwise, I'll feel too bad to murder her indiscriminately. Man, look at Quelaag's Fury Sword. Anyway, she has a spagina. It's a spider vagina, for anyone that didn't get the joke there. Anyone slow? Shit. I remember the first time I ever, got to this. There was a message on the floor that said, "Amazing chest ahead." I was just like, oh, sweet loot. Fucking hell, we're gonna die. This is it, we're done. Where the fuck is Mildred? Millie! No, don't just bimble straight into the flames. Okay. Quelaag is the first boss which really telegraphs her attacks sort of as a mandated part of the boss battle. Like, she's got this giant AoE attack that will completely fuck me. She's also got her Fury Sword, and believe it or not, she's... okay, this is... yeah, there we go. This boss also has two different sets of poise. She's got the poise on the spider body, which is really high, but then her human form on top actually has 0 poise, so if you hit her with a throwing knife or a crossbow, it actually staggers the whole boss, which is one of the only times in the whole game that archers are actually, well, I'd say viable, but they're really not viable at any point. They're useful because they can get the boss into sort of a pseudo stun lock. Anyway, this will take probably 2 or 3 minutes to do. Just gonna... okay, here comes the AoE. Oh no, more lava. There's no sort of individual... shit, here it comes though. Or not. She just stamped the lava thing into the floor. This is really weird. The fact that I haven't seen her AoE once is almost distressing to me. Like, I have a feeling that... oh shit, there it is. Okay, I dodged it. We're all fine. Oh nice, and my poison's worn off. Oh, it's not always the way that when you're playing a fucking video game and you get to a really exciting bit, your nose starts to really badly itch. Okay, she's half dead. We got time. Come on, Millie. Tell you what, Mildred's drawing the aggro really, really well. Like, I wouldn't... obviously, I've done things like... I've done a soul level 1 run, and I've done, like, starter gear only runs. And I've done runs where you don't summon, but... with a companion, this boss fight isn't so bad. Like, I hesitate to say easy because she could still kill me in, like, 2 attacks. Fucking hell, that was close. Okay, get under the blade, Don't you dare push me into the lava. Fuck, it's just the way it scuttles. Anyway, we got 2 more hits on her. Yep, vomit, and skaboosh! We are done! If you enjoyed this episode, we also have a main magazine format show in which I'm largely cruel to people who I actually quite like. And we also do other stuff. You can also follow us on Twitter at @thekillerbits, and we're on Facebook at facebook.com/thekillerbits. Anyway, let's go and ring that second bell. Bye!